Okay, hi, welcome to my journey. Today we are going out here to see if I can find a pattern. I'm looking for turtleneck patterns because I really don't like the prices of turtlenecks that I have seen so far. Okay, and the only ones that I seem like I like are the ones from Temu, and you know what that means, right? Shipping costs, tariffs, a month just to get it. Yeah. So I'm gonna go see if they have some turtleneck patterns. Now I did try to do buy a pattern online and didn't realize that the patterns online they they require you to have a printer, and I don't use a printer. I have a printer. I have several printers that I don't use because ink is expensive. So I'm gonna go and see if first I'm gonna go to Hobby Lobby, right? Because they might also have some t-shirts that are on sale. So let's go. Come with me. So you know when damn, what was the name of that store that went out of anyway, when that fabric store went out of business, right? When that fabric store went out of business, I had bought some material, right? The material was stretchy material. And I'm like, yeah, I could do plenty with stretchy material, right? Including you know, make a lightweight sweatsuit, or you know, undergarment wear, because you can make it out of whatever material you prefer. Okay, you don't. They had, like, at one time they used to have like undergarment material where you could buy it like a whole set of top and pants for like $10, right? Which was definitely cheaper than if you had to put the time in, buy the material and all of that stuff, and then put it together and make it look nice and all of that stuff, right? Uh, it was just cheaper just to go ahead and pay $10, and you had a nice underlayer underneath your clothes that you could also wear as pajamas to bed to keep you warm at night. And, it was nice enough to where, if it was just hot, right, you could pretty much wear it then too. I wouldn't, but some people would. Right? My whole thing was, something that I could wear underneath my clothes as that first layer of clothing to keep me warm. I mean, sometimes, just to keep warm, you're gonna have to like wear double layers, or more, depending on how cold it is. So last night brother snuck in, right? Because it was nice. Let me see. I think we went for a walk about 8 o'clock. About 8 o'clock, it was still in the 60s. It was nice. Okay? There was no clouds in the sky, nothing like that, right? So, I come home, come back in the house, dogs are happy because we went for a walk. And I started watching some videos on 3i, right? And the reason why they call it 3i is because this is the third interstellar object that they have observed, right? There could have been more, but this is the third one that they've seen that came out of our solar system, that came out of our universe, so to speak. Okay? So, what that means is this is an object with origins unknown. This is the third object that they've seen based off of this is an object that they had seen based off of observing that it came outside of our universe that we know of, right? Which, the first one, they were like, okay, maybe it was their, imagination, right? Or maybe they just didn't know, didn't see, where this object came from. The second one, they're like, yeah, this is the second time that this has happened to us. We need to be more open-minded when we see stuff like this happening. Now, this third one is definitely, demanding their attention. The way that it's dancing around our planet's gravitational pull, and even our star, which our main star is the sun. Right? That's our star. When we call it a star because it's basically alive, generating, tons and tons of light, right? And of course, we would die without our sun, right? We would die without at least a sun that will provide us the light that we need. All right. So anyway, we also have, 4 other fixed stars, in our vicinity, right? So those who know, that's the real reason why, the star, has 5 points, right? And the big point, the thumb, is the sun. Right? And then there's Antares, Debenor, or whatever. You know the names. I shouldn't have to tell them to you. So yeah. And Antares, anyway, there's, 4 other fixed stars, which is the 5 stars, right? Now, the 6th star, the 6-pointed star is a larger star, right? The 8-pointed star is even larger than that one, right? And people could barely even, most people don't even know the points of the 8 stars because it's massive and it's huge. And a lot of people weren't taught that, right? And usually, even the ones that even can conceive an 8-pointed star, they automatically think, well, my gosh, that's so massive and that's so out there that, that's like God level. Yeah. Right? But there are more pointed stars than that. Okay? And that's one of the things that, we learned from, our spirograph, right? Our spirograph from India and the lotus from from Asia, and from us, if we just think about just nature itself, right? All the petals of any particular flower, the sunflower, all right? It has multiple points. Okay. So yeah. So today is Saturday, the 12th. They were working hard last night with them chemtrails. Yes, they was. And I can't figure out, just how they were able to justify, the expense that it's costing them. Because the scientists, the astronomers, not necessarily the geologists, because I don't think the geologists would do that, even though geology encompasses everything. They were saying that this comet is causing havoc in our solar system. Therefore, they said because it had defied the gravity of the sun, that is going to cause a huge solar heat up to the earth, right? Well, we didn't get a huge heat up like they said, but what they're doing is actually causing a reactionary cool down, an excessive cool down by, like I said, there is something in those chemtrails that I am allergic to. And every time, they start playing with the chemtrails, I get hugely congested in my sinuses, in my head, in my ears, just terribly congested. And And last night, I had to take an allergy pill around, I think it was like 3:30 or 4 o'clock this morning, because I woke up because I couldn't breathe. Okay? So I'm like, this is some bullshit, right? And the first thing I did is I looked outside, and yes, the sky, it did look kind of cloudy. I couldn't see the stars, and I'm like, okay, I get it. You know, what I get is a fucking, head full of congestion because they're out here playing with chemtrails. When they're not playing with chemtrails, I don't have the congestion. I really don't. Now, I might have, some congestion still in my head that I hadn't been able to excrete from my body, right? But it ain't producing, right? So anyway, once the medicine kicked in enough to where I could breathe, then I was able to go back to sleep for a few hours. And so then I woke up about, I woke up about 7:30. I let the dogs out, gave them their breakfast, and then I went back to sleep. It is really busy up here. Oh my gosh, Hobby Lobby looks like it is packed. It is full. So, let's go see what's going on in there. Ooh. Come on out and give me that parking spot. Come on out. My God. I know it's packed in there. The parking lot is like Walmart. Look at this. The parking lot is full. Either these people are getting real creative, or these people are getting creative, right? Let's go in. Look at that. They got money to spend. Ooh. 50% off Christmas sales. Okay, that could be one. $50 off Christmas decorations. 30% off furniture. A lot of coniferous here. What is this? What's this? Wow. I'm really liking. Look at this. How much is this one? If it's 50% off, it would be $8. So beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's so beautiful.